Alright, I'm trying a different channel on this camera today for the microphone. Let me know if it's coming in clear or if it's cutting out like it was the other day. It might take a minute, but I think we'll get this microphone thing figured out. I'm going to take all this stuff off here. I got to get the bed liner off of those pins because the hinges don't pivot right. He brought in these little push clips. He said there's supposed to be a groove in here. That the push clip's supposed to ride in. I'm not seeing one, but we'll see. Wish I'd have known this before I sprayed that bed liner. I'd have taped it off. I'll get it close with the razor blade and then I'll take a piece of sandpaper, clean it up. Now this one might be a little more fun. It's hidden up here. It's in a different location. I've still got to spray the hinges yet too. It might take a minute for those things to dry. Maybe I ought to do that right now. Dagnabbit, I'm gonna have to spray them and set them over in front of the heaters. So they'll cure. All right, hold on. I realize that the hood hinges are supposed to be body color. So I text my paint rep that I got this paint from, see if he could get me a bomb can of it. That way I ain't got to mix up just for this. He let me know that they had a little accident down there Monday. And it's not good. Their machine blew up and caught on fire, burned his wife. She's okay, but it burned her pretty good, I guess. Even being burnt, she was quick at getting the extinguisher. But he said they don't make enough money off that stuff to even warrant doing it. It's the wrong one. He said he's not even going to get set back up with it. Look at that. That'll work. That'll work just fine. Alright. Well, now I know that'll work. Man, that top side is really tight getting in there. Now that I know that'll work, I'll go to the other side and get it cleaned up. I ended up getting PPG. The rep for PPG happened to come in, which he usually comes in on Wednesdays. And wouldn't you know it, it's Wednesday already. I asked him about it, and he's going to go down and see if he can't get a bomb can mixed up for me. Man, that bed liner is tough stuff. If you haven't been around the channel all that long, my paints, I usually use Diamond. I like keeping all my paints the same. I use PPG for other stuff normally. But I definitely think of both of my paint reps as family. They are really good people. I got a phone call, I had to step away for a couple minutes. Dang! A couple of crotch rockets just went by, just a hammering it. I'm glad it's them and not me. I ain't getting out there in this ice cold weather riding no bike. Come on now. Get off there. I said get off there. Oh, I gotta cut the back side here. There we go. Well, come on. Just that last little bit. Let go. Hey, now, let go of my microphone cord. Now for the fun one. The one up above. In the little hole. Ugh. Uh-huh. Bad positioning. See if I can get you in here a little bit better. I know my arms are probably blocking your view. But I'm trying. I'm trying to get it to where you can see what I'm doing here. Get off of there. One chunk at a time. Come on now. Looks like I got the worst of it. And my paint rep's back. He's got to scan this.
His numbers.
Yeah.
So if he could tell you what the paint code is, then I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that don't make any sense why they don't put the code on there. I might have to start telling him to do that because my customers, a lot of times they want the can. That way if they got to touch up later,
Right.
they can.
Yeah, I just don't see it on there, do you?
Nope. He didn't want to be on camera. Which is fine. I didn't want to tell him he's been on camera before here. I think what I'm going to do, when I put these hinges on to stay, I think I'm going to smear some grease on these to protect it. And I don't like hearing squeakers. Probably ought to test fit this side too. They don't give you much room to get it in there, that's for sure. It works. Yeah, buddy. Oh, boy. Oh, that ain't good. I can't get the hinge to operate. Well, with the hood on there, it'll probably do it, I hope. I hope. All right, while I'm waiting, my customer brought these to me. I guess they go in here about like so. That was easy enough. Let's get the other one in there. All right. Let's see how much of a difference it makes. Back you up here. It's a lot quieter, but it still don't hold the lid up. Let's see. For some reason, I just don't know. I need that brought this way in order don't make sense. Everything's right where it needs to be, and it still don't hold the deck lid up. Now it's even worse. It don't have that friction. Don't make sense. Bring that this way. It'll put more tension on it, but there ain't no more slots there. I don't know. Well, I guess I could start sanding while I'm waiting. But before I do that, I gotta wash it. It's filthy. Should I start on the roof first? Yep, she's dirty. Real dirty. I'll go rinse my rag. Wow. And to think I blew this thing off once. Man, this thing is absolutely filthy. Maybe I should have sanded this thing and before it sat here and collected all this dust. You know how Evercoat is, it leaves a rough surface. That dust is sticking in it. It'll be all right. It'll be all right before it's a girl. For once, I feel short. I feel short every day. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with the DA. I've already blocked the whole car out. All I want to do is get it sanded out, ready for paint. I'm using Norton Gold wet dry on the Velcro back. And I'm using one of the spray bottles that Adam bought. It'll still be good. I can still use it on his. Soak it up. And just using hot water with some dish soap. Let's see if we can't get her sanded. I'll go back over it by hand after it's all said and done. It's a lot nicer having hot water. First shop I've had since I was working out of my garage that I had hot water. Cold water's fine, but freeze your fingers off, man. Freeze your fingers off. Notice I'm keeping my speed down on it. The faster your DA goes, the more sand scratches it puts in it. And you gotta keep it wet. Overlapping about a third to half, somewhere in there. I'm not going to get extremely picky with the DA because, like I said, I am going to sand it by hand. And I'm using squeegee again. Been a while since I've used squeegee. He's disappeared for a while. Oh yeah, that primer's rough. Might pay off just to drop down to 320 on the sandpaper. And then come back with 400. It's getting there, but yeah, I think I'm going to drop down to 320. I think all I'm doing is wasting a little bit of time here. I don't like wasting time. Nice thing, I got that light right above me. I can see all the little imperfections. It's not really imperfections, it's just how the Evercoat leaves them little lumps. Yeah, I'll drop down to 320 and get her done. All right, let me switch DAs. Good. Sand her dry. Mainly all I'm doing now is getting it flat, getting rid of the little lumps. Speaking of squeegee, there used to be a guy that came in here every night for the premiere, went by the name of Squeegee. Just letting the DA do its thing. I'm not pushing. Keeping it nice and flat. It's a little late in the day today, but might end up moving the car into the booth and sand it and everything in there. I can control the heat a little better in there. Warm that room up real good. Then I ain't trying to heat the whole shop up. I gotta run out to Dad's. I might see if he's got any angle iron. I can make my doors for the booth. I don't know if it's paranoia or what, but I keep thinking I see somebody in my glasses. down on the job. Now that I can reach it. Primer's been on here since I think June. It's had plenty of time to cure out. The stuff's hard as a brick. It's sanding out real nice though. Beautiful. All right. I'll come do the other side of the roof, and then I'll work my way around. I'm gonna have to plug my mics in when I go to lunch. The other night we was in the topic of different tools, tool companies, you know, Max, Snap-on, Harbor Freight, all that stuff. I'll tell you, I've had some expensive tools from Mac. They all work good. Haven't really had a whole lot of Snap-on, but I'll tell you, money for money, I've been buying everything through Harbor Freight. I really like their tools. This BA was bought 5 or 6 years ago now. I bought 2 Velcro back and 2 sticky back BAs at the same time, and I've still got all of them. Had the Snap-on man come in one of my old shops. He tried to sell me a file board. He said, get rid of that. He said, get rid of that Harbor Freight file board. I pulled that file board apart, and it has the exact same guts as the Snap-on. Same tag, just a different sticker over the tag. Yeah, they ain't fooling me. Pretty much all the tool makers are the same place anyways. It's just who's selling what. Who can get their sticker put on it. That's all it boils down to. really wish I could get a sponsor through Harbor Freight. That would be awesome. I mean, I rock all their tools anyways, so. Yeah, sometimes you gotta tap on them. But money for money, these things have paid themselves off more than once. Notice when I come to an edge like that, I keep it flat to the surface I'm sanding and just let it go past it. I'm not curbing it. If you curb it with the body line, then you're going to put grooves in it and your body line's not going to look good. Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me? It'd be easier to hear me if I spoke, right? Well, I have never had paint mixed like this in a bomb can. This is something new to me here. Ooh, it's got some power. kind of thin. You gotta really watch this stuff, man. It runs like crazy. Put the heat on in here. Putting the heat in here really helped. Light coats will help too. Yeah, it's about 80 degrees in this room now. I might just go ahead and get that dart put in here. It'll be easier to control the temperature. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. GoPro capture. I'm going to say one last coat and then I'm going to let it set till tomorrow, because it is getting kind of late. Happens when you got 30 different things going on. You look up and it's 5:30 already. Dag nabbit. Never enough time. Never enough time. Oh well. Well, I got the roof all sanded out and got the area ready for these. Got these scuffed up and shot. That's about all I'm going to get done. Hopefully tomorrow, if everything goes well, I can get the rest of this sanded out to 320 anyways. Also got to sand across here. If I can get all that stuff sanded out to 320, I did come back. I found 2 more spots on the deck lid. I might see if they got a good. Really don't want to. I'm not one to really use bomb cam, but hopefully and I can touch that up. Other than that, from the firewall back for paint, get those things mounted on here. Never know. I'll find out for sure when I get. But yeah, as you can see, it's getting dark out there already. So I'm gonna close her up for the day, and I'm gonna see you last evening, guys.